Okay, hello everybody. What is going on? Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's first of 3. That's right, you count them. 3 gameplay streams here on Twitch. I certainly hope that you guys are excited because boy am I. What a variety of stuff we got coming today. This is going to be one of the busiest days I've ever had. In fact, if I remember correctly, in the 10 years as a content creator that I have been, it's very rare when I would switch between 3 separate games and or 3 separate streams in a single day. Although there have been, very crazy hardcore gaming season days with multiple releases, today is, I think, the first time in a long time that I'm tackling such a wide variety of content here. Are you guys ready? I hope you guys are ready. Today is, by the way, Thursday, October 4th, 2018. That's right. I'm Darkside Phil, of course. If you are here for fun, gameplay, and a wide variety of content today, you're in the right place. If you're here for drama, for body painting streams, and for strong sexual content, you are in the wrong place. There you go. All right, so let's talk, everybody. Let's talk. What are we doing today? Well, 3 streams. Let's talk. We start off here today with Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise. I played this game for 2 hours back on Tuesday night, and to my surprise, it literally is Yakuza. Like, it's the same game makers as Yakuza. It plays like Yakuza. It's definitely Yakuza, okay? But so far, the game's been incredibly linear. The first 2 hours have just been, going along this path of a linear story. Kind of over the top, very anime-ish, very manga-ish, hyper-violent, as we knew Fist of the North Star would be. And it's been pretty good. I mean, so far, the first 2 hours, good first impressions. All right, I'm excited to see today a 4-hour major session of the game. How far we get, how where it goes. Will I unlock a ton of new abilities? What's going to happen? We're going to find out today. Should be pretty interesting. Okay. So 4+ hours, Fist of the North Star. Then tonight, I have 2 streams for you guys, which is a rarity. Normally, I wouldn't do that. First, around 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 2 hours, the premiere of my Forza Horizon 4 playthrough. Not only did I play this game 2 years ago and find it surprisingly good in Forza Horizon 3, but apparently this time around, they actually have created a mode in the game for streamers. It actually says like stream-friendly mode, where all the licensed music is replaced with music that is not going to give you issues if you use it. So that's cool. It means I'll be able to play the game with music. It won't be the licensed music with lyrics, but it'll still have music in the game that I'll be able to use, and it won't be silent. Okay? Thank God, because I'll be honest, that was one of the things I was actually worried about a little bit. Was that I was going to play the game in silence, and people would be like, oh, this game's going to suck because there's no background music or whatever. Now, apparently, there will be, which is pretty excellent, okay? By the way, I should say shout out to Tanya, who gifted me Forza Horizon, because I was kind of torn between Fist of the North Star and Forza Horizon this week, and she actually gifted the game to me behind the scenes, and said, here, I still want you to play it, and I was like, wow, that's awesome, so yeah, so I'll be doing 2 hours of that tonight. Then, when the Forza stream is completed, I'll immediately be switching over between consoles, jumping over to Assassin's Creed Odyssey on the PlayStation 4 for 2 hours of launch night gameplay. Now, you might be saying, launch night gameplay? So many gamers and streamers have already been playing this game all week. Well, that is true. Many people have. They paid at least $40 extra to play the game 3 days early and to buy the season pass. I'm not necessarily sold on the game and the season pass. Like, I really liked Assassin's Creed Origins last year, but I had no desire to sink any more money into it and buy the season pass. And quite frankly, some people told me that it was good and some people told me it wasn't. So, I'm not that kind of person. I wasn't going to dump $40 to play the game a little bit early when I already had other new releases this week like Mega Man and Fist of the North Star, right? So, I am not going to be, that's why I didn't do that earlier this week. We're doing it tonight. That's going to be starting roughly around 9 p.m. Pacific time, and it'll be about 90 minutes to 2 hours. I don't want to go super late tonight, and then get all tired out, because remember, tomorrow is another full day. Tomorrow is another full day of gameplay streams, okay? So that being said, oh, loud noises outside. Hold on. I want to see what this truck is. What the hell? Someone's getting something picked up. Ah. Super loud noises outside. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's not garbage week. Nah, it was, we have a food waste garbage can that's kind of like a community can at the end of the block here. It's like a biodegradable can. Anything that's biodegradable you throw in there. And I guess they just came to pick it up. It was super loud though. Okay. So yeah, I am going to be doing a full an absolutely full day of streaming on Friday, so I don't want to be all super tired out by streaming super late tonight. So 2 hours of Assassin's Creed Odyssey later tonight, starting around roughly 9 p.m. Pacific time, okay? Then on Friday, it's going to be a major 4-hour stream of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, all right? That'll be my main featured stream tomorrow, followed by, more than likely, some more Dragon Quest. 2 more hours of Dragon Quest, I think, tomorrow night for a more chill stream. Then on Saturday, more Assassin's Creed Odyssey, followed by Fist of the North Star. Okay? And then what we're going to do, and I know you might be saying, wait a minute, Saturday, yeah, that's right, I am streaming. Saturday is a full normal streaming day for me. Yeah, I know that's out of the ordinary, that's not normal, but I will be streaming on Saturday all day long, okay? It's not my day off this week, okay? My schedule's a little bit different. Then on Sunday, all right, I will be streaming again, but what will I be streaming on Sunday? Well, I kind of want to leave that in your guys' hands. And here's why I say that. By Sunday, I'll already have played around 10 hours of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I'll already have played Forza, and I'll already have been playing Fist of the North Star. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave it in your hands to decide what should I play on Sunday. Should it be another major stream of Assassin's Creed Odyssey? Or maybe you want me to do a major stream of Forza for the first time? Or maybe you're really liking Fist of the North Star and you want to see that? What I may do is, like, Saturday night, do a poll on Twitter to determine what it is that I'm going to be playing on Sunday. Okay? We'll see. We'll play it by ear, but that's kind of my rough plan right now, all right? By the way, whatever I play on Sunday is probably going to be an extended stream. Even though normally my normal stream's 4 hours, I may go even longer because it looks like I'm going to have the ability to stretch the stream and go pretty long on Sunday. It may even be a 5 to 6 hour stream, which I know is abnormal, but I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do. You know, right now, guys, we're in the midst of the hardcore gaming season. I'm going to be juggling a ton of new release games, and I'm going to need to put in a lot of extra time in order to get through them all in a timely fashion. So you can expect moving forward, certain days when I have the flexibility to do so, I will be trying to stream a little bit longer. Okay? So that's going to be Sunday. I don't know what it's going to be. Monday is my day off. All right? I know that's abnormal. Normally my day's on a weekend off, you know, like a Saturday. Monday will be my day off coming up. And then on that Monday, what I'm going to do is a lot of things that I need to get caught up on, like grocery shopping and the like. But one of the things I'm going to be doing is getting Halloween decorations for the office. So when I come back to stream on Tuesday, you're going to see on webcam some fun Halloween decorations behind me. All right? So it's going to be festive for the rest of the month. Some cool stuff here to get into the festive horror spirit of Halloween month. All right? Excuse me. So then when I return on Tuesday of next week, it's going to be the premiere of WWE 2K19. I will be jumping into either the story mode or career mode. It doesn't really matter because I'm going to be playing both. And playing some of that. And then probably Tuesday night, more than likely, will be like more Assassin's Creed or something like that. And then we'll play it out for the rest of the week. The only other new release for this week coming up is Black Ops 4. That comes on Friday. So that's the 12th, Friday, October 12th. So it'll be a good week of me balancing WWE with Assassin's Creed, with Fist of the North Star, with Forza. I mean, damn, so many games, right? The good thing is I'm not feeling much pressure when it comes to games like Forza. Like, this is a game that I'm playing just for fun casually, and I don't necessarily need to constantly play it. It could be a filler-style game. What I'm thinking is major games will be Assassin's Creed, okay, WWE, and then more filler-style games will be, say, Forza, Fist of the North Star, and Dragon Quest. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Yes, I have been playing Street Fighter V semi-consistently recently. However, in light of all these games now coming out in one short period of time, more than likely Street Fighter V is going to end up going on the back burner. Not to say that I'm never going back to it, but, I mean, these new releases definitely have to take priority. The one exception will be if I start really craving fighting games again, then maybe I'll do a random stream where, like, maybe I alternate between Akuma and Sagat, the two characters who I've tried who really did kind of grow on me a little bit. But outside of that, like, you know, I'm going to be very busy, guys, with all these new releases. I don't want to keep dropping stuff to keep playing Street Fighter, all right? Plus, I'll be honest, some people have been complaining recently that I've been playing it so much that it's kind of getting overbearing. It's overstaying its welcome, okay? So, we're going to be focusing on mostly new releases and trying to get through them and enjoying the playthroughs, all right? And that's kind of the rough plan for the foreseeable future, okay? All right. Fair enough. Thank you guys very much for everything. You know, it's been a great couple of months here. You know, the summer could have been very slow. It wasn't. It was excellent. It was fun and exciting. Then we got into the hardcore gaming season in September with some great high-profile releases like Spider-Man. You guys were here along for the ride. And now here we are. Now we're being inundated with these new releases all the time. And I'm very excited. You know, I'm super excited today. I get to do 3 streams. I know it's going to be tiring. Listen, it is. It's going to be tiring. I know it is. I'm going to be pooped by the end of today. But at the same time, to be able to play 3 completely different kinds of game, right? A kind of Kung Fu beat-em-up style, you know, RPG hybrid in Fist of the North Star, a fun open-world racing driving game in Forza, and then Assassin's Creed tonight. Like, just think about the variety in one day, right? And I'm going to be playing some 8+ hours of gameplay today, you know, combined. It's going to be pretty awesome. I hope you guys are excited. Not only for today, but, you know, the next couple of months are going to be like this. October and November are going to be jam-packed with so many new releases. You know, there's going to be a wide variety of stuff going on at all times. I hope you guys are pumped for it, okay? Okay, fair enough? Yes, and Moira says, don't forget the Ace Attorney game. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of stuff going on. First of all, this month, Halloween Horror Marathon at the end of the month, right? That's happening. By the way, I was going to put up a poll last night for indie games because there's an indie games event coming up, but I didn't even need to. Based on people's nominations, 6 games have been nominated and already have qualified to be in the indie games event. I don't know if you guys have heard. I'll read them right now. Let me go get the list. Hold on. Here we go. Yes, so based on the nominations that the patrons have done, these following 6 games will be played in an upcoming indie games event. Okay? Ruiner, Stardew Valley, Axiom, I don't know if it's called Axiom Verge or Axiom The Verge. I didn't really get that from the nominations, but there you go. Sonic Dreams Collection, Minecraft on console this time, and I Want to Be the Guy. Now, some of these games I already have. Stardew Valley, I Want to Be the Guy, I already have. I've played them previously, so people must have liked it so much when I played them that they want me to play them again. And in particular, in Stardew Valley, when I played it, it wasn't necessarily like, I wasn't doing the more interactive style streams yet, because I played this one a couple of years ago. So it'll be pretty cool now to do Stardew Valley, now interacting with you guys constantly to figure out, you know, what I should be doing in the like in each day. I think that's going to be pretty neat. Minecraft, the reason people want to see this again, 2 reasons. Number 1, because the last time I played it, it ran like shit on PC. If you guys remember, I had tons of graphical problems trying to play this game. It was chopping up and crashing. So people are saying if you play it on console, it's way more stable. It may not be as heavy of a frame rate, but basically the game will be way more stable. Number 2, Minecraft, again, will lend itself to me kind of interacting with you guys a lot. And number 3, on console, there's different things you could do with the game that aren't necessarily like the focus of just the base vanilla game on PC. And people are saying we'd like to see you do something different in Minecraft. So maybe if I get it on console, I could get an edition that has some extra content or something so that we can do something different in it, okay? I guess we'll see. And then some of this other stuff, like I don't even know what the hell Ruiner or Axiom Verge are. Never heard of them. Sonic Dreams Collection, I kind of know what it is. So I kind of snicker and laugh. I know that's going to be a train wreck, but that's what it was designed to be. So that's going to be interesting. But anyway, so these games, all right, these games are going to be played in a marathon-style event either in late October or early November. All right, where I'm literally doing this on purpose. I'm just saying I'm not going to give you a set time because we know how crazy this month already is going to be with all the new releases. And the last thing I want to do is promise you guys the world and be like, yeah, let's just do it. in late October, and then I'm in the midst of so many new releases, and now I'm taking a day off from them to do this, and people would just be upset, you know? So rather than do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as something we're going to do. We're definitely doing it. You know, we've got all the criteria here set. But what we're going to do is wait until there's a time that makes sense. So whether it's late October or early November, you know, whenever it is, I'm almost feeling that first week of November, there's like nothing new, because the things that were supposed to come out, first of all, it was supposed to be Overkill's The Walking Dead game. That got delayed on consoles till next year. Then it was supposed to be Telltale Games' The Walking Dead Final Season, Episode 3. That got canceled because the studio is going out of business. So there's actually nothing like that whole first couple of weeks of November. So it would more than likely make a lot of sense to do it around then than to do it like in October when we're in the middle of all the new releases. But you know what? And here, I'm a little shocked. Here's why. Over the summer, so many people screamed for me to play 3 indie games. Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, and something else. There were 3. There were 3 indie games that everyone kind of screamed for over the summer. And I was like, hey, if there is enough demand, I'll do it. And I was like, you know, the best opportunity to have these games played would be the Indie Games Marathon. Let's get them in there, and then I'll try them out. And if I like them, maybe I'll do full playthroughs. Yes, Death's Gambit. That was the 3rd one, Majin Buu. That's correct. Not one of those games was nominated more than once. In fact, Dead Cells was nominated only once. The other games weren't even nominated for this event. So I guess it's, you know, the vocal minority of people screaming to see me play the hot... You know what it is? This is the truth. In the summer, not a lot goes on with gaming. We all know this. In the summer, there's very few new releases, and so you get these lower profile indie games that honestly, if they came out any other time of the year, probably would be completely glossed over by everyone. But because there's nothing going on, streamers and YouTube content creators start playing these indie games. More than likely, I hate to tell you guys, because they're probably getting paid to. And then they do it, and these games get super popular. Oh my god, Dead Cells, such a great game. And now here we are in the fall. What the hell's Dead Cells, right? That's kind of what happens. I'm not saying the game's bad by any means. I'm just saying, because of the way that those games come out, the timing of their releases, and the fact that people promote them, they get this white-hot popularity for a very short period of time. I mean, what was that other one? There was one much earlier this year in, like, February that everyone was telling me to play, and then I didn't play it, and then the game completely disappeared and no one's ever talked about it again. What the hell was it? Wasn't it like an RPG, and people were like, oh, if you play it, you know, it's very difficult, it's very realistic, and you have to find unique ways to do missions and stuff. And then everyone talked about it for about a week, and then after that, it went away, and everyone shat on the game and said, wow, that game sucked. Why'd we all play it? Yeah, there it is, Kingdom Come. Majin Buu hit it. He says Kingdom Come. But that's what I mean. A lot of these games get white-hot hype over the fact that, number one, there's nothing going on, and number two, because a big high-profile streamer or YouTuber played it, which then leads to everyone else playing it as kind of a viral rolling thing. But I think that's what it is. Like, during the summer, people were interested in seeing these games that I had never heard of, and now that we finally have an opportunity to play them in an event, oh, well, we don't care about that anymore. So there you have it. Anyway, let me go put my list back here so I don't lose it. Okay. All right, guys, so that's the deal. That's what we're doing. Major new releases pretty much, you know, every day for the month of October. Trying to balance as much as I can, all the stuff going on. At the end of the month, we'll have the Halloween Marathon. Right now, patrons are starting to nominate horror games and vote on the category of costume for my Halloween event that I'm going to be wearing. So I'm very interested after a couple days here to go back and check in and see what people have nominated and voted for there. And I'll have an update for you on stream in regards to that, okay? All right, that's really all I have to say. That's really all I have to say. Let's get to the plug segment. Let's give credit where credit, or excuse me, let's do some shilling. Let's do some shameless shilling for a few minutes here. Then we'll give credit where credit is due and thank the people who did contribute to the stream, and then we will get started with Fist of the North Star. Sound good? All righty. All righty. All right, guys, so thank you very much for 10 awesome years. I just this week celebrated my official 10th anniversary as a content creator on YouTube. And of course, I've been streaming for over 5 years. You know, mostly on Twitch. For a year or two there I did on YouTube, but mostly on Twitch. I love my job. I love what I do for a living. I love daily sharing my gameplay experiences with you guys and gals, and also having these live interactions that we have every single day, okay? That being said, a lot has changed recently, you know what I mean? YouTube ad revenue has plummeted, and sadly has not come back. I mean, I'm being honest with you guys, it has not come back to any level where it's significant and it's helping me. It's not. So I've been heavily reliant on your guys' support here on the streams to keep stuff going. I'll be honest, the past few months, the summer was great. We got to keep that momentum going, especially now we're heading into this busy gaming season, and I'm going to need a lot more money to buy all these games. So, basically, there are many ways that you can support my efforts to keep doing this and covering all the new games and doing what I do, all right? And we're going to go through some of those methods right now. You know, the first is to just watch the streams and watch the videos on YouTube. As you know, I live stream here on Twitch every day, but I also archive these streams over on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, in relatively large video chunks. Sometimes the videos can be upwards of 3+ hours, but in general, the average video length at this point is around 45 minutes. And so you can watch them on demand whenever you want if you cannot be here for the live streams, all right? But if you want to go above and beyond just being a standard stream watcher and video viewer, there are many things you can do. The first would be to check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil and consider pledging to my monthly Patreon campaign. Right now, the people who pledged to my campaign recently, like I said, they're nominating on horror games. They're voting on my Halloween costume. They nominated these indie games. They get incredible amounts of power and privilege because they're patrons, all right? So please give it a look. There's many different categories of rewards that you can get for pledging to my Patreon. The best, in my opinion, being the ability to do those nominations. But at the same time, you can also get a private Q&A video made. You can do a ton of stuff, all right? Give it a look, patreon.com/darksidephil. And thanks to anyone who is a current patron. I appreciate that, okay? That's number one. Number two, I have a merchandise store called Teespring where you can buy all kinds of fun Dark Side Phil related merchandise, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, and mugs, among many other things. Give it a look. If you buy anything, obviously it helps me out, but you get a really cool collectible, and I can attest to the quality of anything that you get through Teespring. It's great quality stuff. All right, teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. But obviously, guys, if you're here live on the stream, the best way here that you're going to get some fun interactivity with me would be to try to get a shout out, all right? How do you do that? Well, if you either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or tip me during today's stream, or any of today's streams, there's 3 of them, you'll get a shout out from me live on stream for your contributions, okay? Now, there's a few rules and criteria that you will need to follow to ensure that you get your shout out, because you got to remember, guys, this is my stream, and what I say and do on it is very subjective to my own, judgment. I have to make sure that everything on here is kosher and is in line with Twitch's terms of service, and also is in line with a fun and positive stream so that we're not stirring up unneeded drama. That being said, the following criteria to get your shout out should be followed. Number 1, please be positive. Please don't bring in drama and negativity, meaning please don't insult myself or other stream chatters or other content creators. Number 2, please don't bring in any negativity like, oh, these detractors just said this about you, Phil. This person just insulted you in a video, Phil. And not just about me, but other people as well, because I've noticed recently some people have been coming in with like detractor memes from other channels that are very derogatory towards other streamers. That's not allowed. It's messed up, and I'm not going to participate in that kind of crap. All right, I'm just not. Please do not bring up diversive topics like politics or religion in an attempt to get a shout out. I'm not going to address that stuff because it is too diversive and people will ultimately just argue with each other, and that's not what we want to be involved in here, okay? In general, just be nice. Be nice to each other. Be nice to everyone, and, it's going to work out. You're going to get a fun shout out, and I'm going to interact with you, okay? In general, most people get it, It's just that there's a few bad apples who come in and try to stir the pot and cause trouble. And then you get people who come in who maybe are just ignorant to the rules and, oh, I'm going to say this really insulting meme and see if Phil will read it. No, I'm not. Okay? So, in general, the streams are great. The streams have been really great lately, so thanks, you guys. Now, if you want to continue to get recognition and go a step further, maybe you'd like to see a fun Halloween horror-themed animation play on the stream today in conjunction with your contribution, you could do that as well. How? Well, if you either cheer 50 bits or more in one single cheer, if you subscribe to the channel and click on the share button after subscribing to the channel, or if you tip me $5 or more in a single tip, any of those 3 things will earn you a fun animation to play in the corner of the stream as well. So you're going to get both visual and then the verbal recognition, because I'm going to give you a verbal shout out when I get a chance to here on the stream. Okay? Now, as you guys can see, there's actually two other ways you can get recognition. First of all, there's a stream stats leaderboard that I put at the top of the stream, running tally of subs, as well as top cheerer and top tipper. All right, so if you're the top cheerer or top tipper for the day, you're going to get up there. And, you know, it's going to be basically give you ongoing recognition during the course of today's stream, which is awesome, right? In addition to that, on the top of the stream chat, you'll notice that there's a Twitch running tally of cheers for the week. So the top cheerers for the week also get credit. And what I'd actually like to do after I do shout-outs today is I'm going to read through those to give credit where credit is due. Okay? So, yeah, great. You know, so many ways to get recognition during the stream for your contributions. All right? Last but not least, what I'd like to talk about is subbing. If you've subbed to the channel right now, it's a really great time to subscribe to the channel if you're not a current subscriber. Reason being, we've added some 5+ new emotes recently, including the anger face, the confused face, the take a sip emote, okay? Like many different ones that have been added recently. People have been using these recently and really like them. And if we even get some more new ones, we'll add them as well. So definitely a great time to jump on and subscribe to the channel. Plus, you don't have to watch advertisements when I run them during the streams, which is another big benefit. And you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a subscriber. Just a shout out to those who have been longtime subs. Guess what? A lot of people very shortly will be hitting their 2-year anniversary as an ongoing subscriber. They're going to earn their very elite diamond crowns that no one has even seen yet. No one has even seen these crowns yet. Some people will be hitting that status in November, okay? Pretty sweet coming up. All right, and the last thing I want to say, guys, if you're interested in tipping me is completely separate from the process of cheering and subbing. So just to give you a heads up on how to do it, if you look below my stream, there's a button that says tip jar. If you click on that, it'll take you to my PayPal tips page. You can either be anonymous or you can leave your name in a message if you want credit. Or if you can't see that button, if you type !tip into the stream chat, that'll bring up the link that you can click on to tip me as well. So either method is great, and they both work and they help me out. All right, and that's separate. If you want to do something completely separate from, say, you know, cheering or subbing, you know, from the Twitch integration and do it on your own accord, that's how you can tip me. Okay? All right, let's get the shout outs, guys. Let us get the shout outs. First of all, overnight, we had a few people who contributed. And so let's get to that. First of all, we had Genetic Gamer who cheered. He says, I feel that many celebrities, including internet celebrities, think that they're morally superior, while at the same time not practicing what they say. I feel when I watch your stream, I'm getting an honest and true personality. Do you think if more content creators believed in what they say like you do, we would have a more open and realistic entertainment industry? I'm a firm believer that you should practice what you preach. I always have been. You know, I'm a guy who, in the 10 years that I've been a content creator, has probably accepted less than, I could count on one hand how many times I've accepted a promotional copy of a game and either played it early or, you know what I mean, like took a freebie or a handout. I'm a kind of guy that I feel that if I'm going to play a game, I want to pay for it, because if I do, then at least, number one, I'm getting it the same day as everyone else. I'm not getting some elitist early access. That's number one. And number two, it makes it so that when I play that game, I have an investment in it because I have financially invested in that game. And therefore, if a game is good or bad, I'm going to be honest with you. I have no loyalty to the game dev or to a marketing company because they provided some kind of exclusive early access because they're paying me to play their game. You know what I mean? That's a philosophy I've always stood by. It's hilarious because, like I said, out of maybe 5 times in 10 years where I did accept a promotional copy or played a game early, people will point those out and say I'm a hypocrite. I'm like, dude, 10 years, 60,000 videos, hundreds if not thousands of games played 5 times. I'm sorry, that's like 0.001%. You have no argument here, okay? But that's what I mean. Like, I practice what I preach. And there's a lot of people out there who I guess don't. I wouldn't know because, as you guys know, I don't pay attention to that stuff. I'm busy with my stuff, my own stuff. I don't focus on this stuff from other content creators or streamers. But for me, I'd rather be genuine and true to myself. And when you come and watch my stream, you know you're going to find someone who's trying to not focus on drama, trying to just enjoy a game, interact with his audience, and legitimately give you his opinions on what he's seeing on the screen, period. You're not getting a paid advertisement. You're not getting a promotional content. You know what I mean? You're getting pure, unadulterated honesty when you watch my stuff, okay? And I pride myself on that, you know, I do. That's pretty much, I think, why I'm still here 10 years later. Let's face it, I haven't followed the waves of fads. I'm not exactly the person who does all the right things and checks all the boxes for YouTube popularity or Twitch popularity, you know. I'm not. But I'm still here because I'm a unique guy who follows his own belief system, and people really respect that, right? And I feel that even though you may in life take many, many hits, which I did, you know, let's face it, guys, if I was just a paid shill and I was, you know, shoulder to shoulder, goody with these people who are in the gaming industry, who are giving out free copies of games, early copies of games, exclusive early access to do a stream for a game early, and then you make thousands of dollars of people contributing because you're playing the game early, I'd probably be in a much better financial position, and I'd also probably hate myself. And that's just being real with you guys. I don't seek out those opportunities because I wouldn't be able to live with myself. You know, I'm a different kind of guy, and I think people respect that, right? After 10 years and all the shit I've been through, the fact that people still come out every day to support me proves something, okay? So thank you to all of you who do support. And, I mean, yeah, in my opinion, people who are open and honest are always going to be more respectable than someone who's just there to take a paycheck and will tell you whatever you're supposed to hear because that marketing company wants them to say it or whatever, you know? All right, so Kill4Death03 has subscribed to the channel with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, Kill4Death03. I appreciate that. Hardy Buck cheered overnight, and he said, the Jump Force game is looking more intriguing now that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been announced. You thinking of getting it, Phil? Yeah, like Jump Force already, to me, looked interesting. You know, a mishmash of different anime manga characters fighting it out in this kind of melee-style battle royal deal. I don't know how it's going to eventually play. Is it going to be more like an arena fighter? I doubt it's going to be it's not a 2D fighter, right? It definitely has a 3D plane. I guess kind of like almost like Final Fantasy Dissidia, right? But almost with these Jump Force characters. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of animes that are now getting involved in here. All the other things have been in part of Shonen Jump. So it'll be a pretty neat game next year. I'm looking forward to it. I am. I'm interested in it. I want to play it. Hardy Buck cheered again. He said, fuck the haters. Venom was fun and entertaining. What more do you want? Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I'm glad that someone out there is speaking up and saying I actually like this movie, because there's a very big mom mentality on the internet right now saying this movie is a piece of stinky dog shit. And some people have been saying it's as bad as Catwoman. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. But, I guess what it is when you get a Marvel movie that isn't the same as the others, right? You know, you're going to have differing opinions. Some people are going to like it, and some people are just going to jump on a bandwagon of hate. Good to hear that you liked it. And, you know, at least someone did. At least someone did. All right. And shout out to Just One Puff, who has subscribed to the channel for the second month in a row. Thank you, Just One Puff, for the resub. I appreciate that. Okay, so now let's get to people who contributed during today's actual live stream. We start off with Die James, who has resubbed for the 9th month in a row. Thank you, Die James, for the 9-month resub. Much appreciated. T-Dubs did a 25-bit cheer. And he says, you know about how I first found your content already because I sent you a private email previously. But what drew me to subscribe to you on a regular was last year when you were living alone. I was also in the same position with my wife. I could relate. I understood how hard it was. We're back together and happy, but your streams got me through that. Thank you. Well, thank you very much for that heartfelt message, T-Dubs. I get a lot of messages like this all the time. That because I'm a real guy, you know, people can relate to me, the things that I've been through over the years, the problems that I come up against, you know. And then they see me kind of get through them and persevere, and it inspires them. And that's awesome. I love that, you know. Does it suck that in the last year I've had to start revealing less and less about my private life? Yeah, it does. Because, you know, back in the day, I used to be able to basically tell you everything. But sadly, so many people turned that against me in ways to hurt me. I had to start, you know, cutting back significantly on what I shared with you. But what I do share, apparently, you know, does inspire a lot of people. That's awesome. That's really awesome to know. So thank you for that message, T-Dubs. Thanos Swaggins. I hope this actually is Thanos Swaggins today, because yesterday someone impersonated him in a tip. This one seems pretty positive, so I'm going to actually read this one. He says, Thanos Swaggins tipped me $5 and says, make the executive decision to toss in Dead Cells. It has the ability for the chat to interact in the game. Will make for a very fun time. Game is only like $25 as well. First of all, you just saying it's $25, that's pretty expensive for an Indies marathon. And number two, we've already got 6 games. That's probably going to be more than enough to fill up the time. So more than likely, I'm not playing Dead Cells. Dude, it had its chance. I mean, I'm just being honest here. It had its chance. You know, if people really wanted to see Dead Cells or Death's Gambit or Hollow Knight, they could have become a patron and nominated the game. No one did. The one person that didn't get any backup for Dead Cells. So, you know, the nominations speak for themselves. And if people want to see these kind of games get played, then they've got to participate. I don't know what else to say. Like, everyone knew there was an opportunity here to jump in and get heard. And people didn't. And now, you know, sorry, but that's how the system works, you know. So, there you go. Hardy Buck cheered again. He says, new Nintendo Switch coming 2019 with a better display. Are you going to be the first in line to buy it? Oh, yeah, because, you know, my Nintendo Switch has gotten so much use in 2018. So much incredible amount of use this year that I don't see a reason why I wouldn't just run out to buy the new model. Wait a minute. Did I even use my Switch this year? This is an honest question for everyone in the stream chat. Did I actually use my Switch this year besides the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection earlier? Did I use it at all? I'm trying to think. Is there a single game? Is there a single game that I played on the Switch this year besides the Anniversary Collection? Ah, okay. Crisis says Mario Tennis. You're right. I did. I played Mario Tennis, and that was only because it was gifted to me. I wasn't going to play it, right? Originally, I wasn't going to play it. And that's it. The system has sat around unused because there's just no interesting games on the damn thing. It is, much like the Wii U, it's a system that has a few first-party titles that are interesting, and then it just sits around as a paperweight. And then maybe later, you know, later this year, Smash. I'll probably play Smash Brothers. That does seem interesting to me. They're adding a lot of content that seems to make the game not only competitive but also fun for people who just want to play offline too, which is good because I'm definitely going to be exploring that content. But at the same time, 2 games in 1 year. But yet, people will defend Nintendo and say, but it's a great console. Like, dude, no, you bought the console and it fucking sat there for the year. Or, I guess the other game would be Octopath Traveler. Fair enough. A lot of people did like Octopath Traveler. I get that. I didn't get to play it because I was playing Persona. I had extenuating circumstances. So maybe if this weren't a weird circumstance, I would have played 3 games on my Switch this year. Wow. What value? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just really sorry. It's very hard, very, very hard for me to be supportive of Nintendo. It just is. Because I'm a realist. I tell it like it is. And from my perspective, you had a decent year last year with the Switch. There were a few games that were great. But let's face it, when Nintendo puts out a Nintendo Direct or whatever, and the main highlight is, a game that's coming out in 5 months, or, a re-release of a game you already played on the Wii or Wii U, that's not a healthy console. That's, people bought it because of hype, and now you're just going to buy shovelware because there's nothing else on it, you know, to justify your purchase. It's kind of like, I hate to say, it's kind of like people who are into Apple. They buy the new iPhone just because it's the new iPhone, and then they sit there staring at their $1,000 device saying, what do I get out of this? I don't know. It's the same phone you fucking had with, like, a better camera. You know? So, I'm sorry, but I don't see the value here. A new Switch. What the fuck did people do with their old Switch to warrant buying a new Switch in 2019? It's a gimmick. It's called, Nintendo's not selling consoles anymore. The Switch sales are way the fuck down. So now let's make a new version to make people run out and buy it again for hype, right? This is kind of what it is. Now, you might disagree with me, and that's okay. But I'm just giving you from my realistic perspective as a person who literally sits here and plays games all day, every day. My PS4 gets a ridiculous amount of use. My Xbox One gets low amount of use. My fucking Switch just sits here, unused. You know? It's not that I'm opting out of playing games. There's no good games for this fucking thing. You know? There's just not. I'm sorry. That's honesty. Okay. All right, guys. Well, we got basically top tier is tied between T-Dubs and Hardy Buck. We're done with shoutouts, by the way. So, do I put them both up there? They each only did 25-bit cheers. I guess I'll put it up there. And you know, it will be very easy for you to overcome and become the top cheerer for the day. I'm just saying. Let's see here. Hardy Buck 5. Tie for top cheer, 25 bits. There we go. So what I want to do now, actually, Kate, well, here we go. Kate just cheered 50 bits. She said, did you see Christian Bale as Dick Cheney? I saw a few pictures on Twitter. I don't know much about the movie or anything. I just saw that he was going to be Dick Cheney, and obviously, yes, he looks completely different. Keep in mind, Christian Bale has completely transformed his body for roles before. If you guys aren't aware, there's a few movies, like there's a movie, The Machinist, that he was in, where he basically was a schizophrenic guy, but he was a weirdo. He would wash his hands with bleach, and he would not eat. And basically, his entire body was transformed into like a skeleton. It was like, what the fuck? And now he's completely changed. He's ballooned up 40 pounds to play Dick Cheney. I mean, holy shit. I hope that this guy's okay. I really do, because I'm just hoping his body holds out with these kind of body transformations that he's doing for his roles. But hey, that's dedication to the craft, I guess, right? King of Hypocrisy cheered, and he said, Phil, it seems like most people have a vice of some sort, whether it's overeating, drugs, or sex. How'd you manage to avoid common pitfalls? I'm not saying I don't have vices. There are times in my life when I did overeat. There was a time in my life when I was drinking heavily all the time. But, you know, you got to find ways out of them. Most likely, I mean, not most likely, but the reason, honestly, that I was like that during those times in my life is because I was depressed. I wasn't happy with who I was or where I was. And I basically wanted things to hopefully turn around in a different way. But in the meantime, I had to distract myself with things like overeating and drinking. I'm in a much better place in my life now, you know. I'm very happy with, you know, living with a woman that I love and sharing my life with her. But at the same time, I love my job. Like, I'm in a good place. And things are actually getting a little bit better and better every day, quite frankly, which is a good thing. You know, right now, my major concern is finances. Making enough money not only to pay the bills, but, you know, my taxes are coming up, and I'm not going to worry you guys with that shit now. I'm just not. Maybe near the end of the year, we'll have to see how things are, and I'll let you guys know, honestly, if I need you know, a big amount of help or not around year end. But for now, you know, just going along swimmingly and, you know, not letting anything bother me and get to me and just enjoying games, right? So if you go with the flow and you realize that things are going to eventually get better if you tough it out, you know, you can overcome those kind of things. But for me, you know, there were times in my life, points in my life where I just didn't see a way out, and I felt like it was a dead end, and I got really depressed. And that's when I was overeating and drinking too much, you know. Very unhealthy for the body, that's for sure. But you know, I toughed it out. I can't really give you like some kind of crazy high level advice on how to. It just kind of happened. I was able to persevere. Maybe it's because I grew thicker and thicker and thicker skin over the years of all the shit that I was up against. But, you know, I'm in a much better place now. So, boy, I cannot pronounce your name. Bahiri? It's either Bajiri 2 or Bahiri 2. Cheered 100 bits and said, time to update. But then Hardy Buck also did a 100-bit cheer and said, keep me up there. But then Bradford 13131313 did a 100-bit cheer and said, I'm a fan of yours for 4 years. Happy anniversary, DSP. Here's to another 10 more. Thank you very much, Bradford. So that was like a triple tie for top tier. But then Bajiri did another 160-bit cheer and said, you cannot contain me, Lord Edmund Blackadder. But then Hardy Buck just did a 300-bit cheer and said, I want to be on the leaderboard for once. So there you go. Now it is actually Hardy Buck who is the top cheerer. So let's get Hardy Buck up there with that 300-bit cheer. Thank you very much, Hardy Buck. You are currently at the top of the leaderboard. Congrats. And then Kate Cheers says, I think the downfall of the Venom movie is that it's not rated R. Venom is a violent character, and look at the success of Deadpool that was rated R and made a ton of money. I don't know why Sony didn't take advantage of making a rated R movie, just saying. Well, you know what's funny? Because Tom Hardy, I guess he was interviewed and was very, very honest and said he wanted a rated R movie, and there were a lot of fun, over-the-top kind of rated R style scenes that were in the movie that were all cut, and he was very upset. Then it became a huge news story, and then literally within one day, Tom Hardy was basically yelled at behind the scenes by the studio. You could tell, because the next day he did Damage Control saying, "Oh no, my favorite scenes are definitely in this movie. You guys should check it out." It's like, yeah, okay, dude. Like, we're not stupid. Yesterday you said the truth. Today you've completely spun a 180 just because the studio yelled at you. You know what I mean? Like, this movie was heading into train wreck proportions, and then he tried to do Damage Control, so I don't know. But anyway, that's kind of what happened. I mean, I agree with you. Venom is a very violent character. If you read the comic books, what happened is the Venom symbiote starts controlling Spider-Man. And first of all, Spider-Man starts getting more violent. Spider-Man starts losing control. And then he separates the symbiote from himself, and the symbiote latches onto another person who cannot control it, doesn't have the willpower to control it, and ends up being this kind of like hybrid killer going throughout the city, killing people uncontrollably, eating people. And then it's up to Spider-Man to basically stop him, because he's like, man, look at what I created. You know, I was the one who originally had the symbiote on myself and on my suit, and now I got to kind of try to stop this unstoppable monster, right? So that's kind of what, you know, what the plotline of Venom is. Now, I don't know what the plotline of the Venom movie is. I haven't seen it. You know, it seems like if we're watching the trailers, it seems like that's kind of what it is. But you're basically watching Venom without the Spider-Man proponent to it, which cuts a lot out of it, in my opinion. So I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. Kind of weird. I don't know, but I just kind of shrug. I shrug and I said, well, it is what it is. If the movie sucks, it sucks. Maybe they will do an unrated cut one day that's better. I don't know. Bradford just did another 100-bit cheers. It looks like a symbiote gimp. A symbiote gimp. Wow. I mean, the Venom from Spider-Man 3, what was it, Topher Grace? That was really one of the worst adaptations ever of a Marvel character. Talk about taking a Marvel character and gimping that character into a shitty version that just does not represent what it's supposed to be. But I haven't seen the new Venom movie. I don't know, you know, maybe it actually is even fucking worse. I don't know. All right. All right, guys. Well, I think that's going to be it for the pre-stream. It looks like contributions have slowed down. So what we're going to do now to end the pre-stream, we're going to read the top 10 cheer contributors for the week. I want to give credit where credit is due. We are a big chunk into this week, so let's go ahead and give shout-outs to those who have contributed in a big way, right? So, top 10 cheerers for the week. We start off in 10th place with GL. Thank you, GL. In 9th place, Dick. In 8th place, Geek Rome. In 7th place, Welcome to the Dab Side. In 6th place, Hitachi Sensei. In 5th place, Zodiac Cancer. In 4th place, Murdoch. And then, if you can believe it, I think this is the first time ever I've seen this. A triple tie for first place between 3 individuals. El Dopa, Infinite 55, and RFHC5. I don't think I've ever seen a triple tie for first in the history of me returning to Twitch almost 2 years ago and, you know, using this leaderboard. Damn. So, you know, it's only Thursday. We got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 more days of streaming here, guys, in the week. If you would like to try to get up on the Stream Stats leaderboard for today, if you're the top cheerer or top tipper, you'll get up there. If you are, you know, contribute with significant cheers, you'll get onto the weekly one. You know what I mean? Actually, let's check the sub count as well before we start. Sub count has gone up by a few. Although, guys, just to forewarn you, sub count will plummet soon. I'm actually awaiting it because I believe it was around the end of the first week of September when we had an insane amount of gifted subs. Okay, just an incredible amount came in and were gifted. So I'm fully expecting to see subs completely plummet. In fact, if I remember correctly, so Spider-Man came out on October 7th, and it was the day before when I added the new Spider-Man emotes in time, and that's when Tutankhamun came in here and he saw those emotes. He said, oh, and then he gifted like 600 subs. So within the next few days, we're going to see probably a plummet of about 500 to 600 subs. And that's okay. That's perfectly fine. It's like they said, Subtember, Droptober. But then again, you know, keep in mind the holidays, they have discounts on subs, so you'll probably see another increase by the end of the year. So, Hardy Buck just cheered. He says, the Sony shared universe will probably be on hold if the movie does bad. Jared Leto as Morbius, the living vampire, may not happen. Oh well. I don't think anyone wants to fucking see Jared Leto anyway. Let's face it. I don't think anyone wants to see Jared Leto as Morbius anyway. I certainly don't. I don't want to see that shit. Fringe-ass character, Morbius. No one fucking cares about Morbius to begin with. I don't want to see Jared Leto in a title role of a movie either. I'm sorry, I just don't. He sucked ass as the Joker. All right, oh, Bradford just did a 100-bit cheer. I said October? I'm not sure what he means by that. October? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your support. Ah, crap. Hardy Buck says his name is spelled wrong. Is it? Let me think. Oh, yeah, there's an A missing. That's my shitty keyboard. My shitty wireless keyboard has been having a lot of problems recently. There we go. Now it's spelled right. So, please feel free. If something's misspelled or screwed up in the leaderboard, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to fix it. Okay. Bradford says Spider-Man came out in September. What did I say? October? Yeah, I know. Spider-Man came out on September 7th. That's correct. Sorry about that. Thank you for the cheer, though. Okay, let's end the pre-stream. Let us begin with Fist of the North Star. 4+ hours of Fist of the North Star. Okay? And let's see how it goes. First 2 hours were pretty wild. And let's see where the plot takes us. I'm curious to see if the game opens up to Yakuza-like gameplay, or if it's just going to be linear like it's been so far. So, all right. Thanks, everyone. Let's end pre-stream. Let's begin.